Yo, what's up guys? So today I turned 40. I feel great. I don't feel like I'm 40, that's for damn sure. And I think a lot of that has to do with skateboarding and just taking care of myself for the last 40 years. And I wanted to make this video just to give you guys some tips and tricks on how to get to 40 or whatever age you're getting to. And just, you know, to enjoy it, take your time, and to not be in a big rush to get old. I figured it was also a really good time to make this video just because of everything that's going on in the world today. Pretty much everyone's going through something tough. So hopefully some of these tips or tricks might be good for you just to not feel so bummed out. It's pretty crazy out there right now. A huge thing that I've come to realize, and that I think a lot of people fall in the trap of, is you have to realize that age is just a number. That's all it is. What really matters is how you take care of yourself and how you feel. I keep hearing all the time from so many people, it's like, oh, I'm this age, this is how it's gonna be. It's all downhill from here. And I'm just looking at them like, you cannot be sending yourself those kinds of messages. It's up to you to choose what you wanna do with your life and not a number. One of the biggest things about living is that you have a choice to choose to do whatever you wanna do. So just because your friends are choosing to do something at a specific age, doesn't mean that you have to. Sorry, a boat just went by. It's a little wavy, so I'm gonna wait a little bit. Diet, exercise, rest, and fun are 4 things that will really help you fight off just the stresses of age and it's slowly tearing your body apart. That's why skateboarding is such a good thing for so many people who want to stay young longer. It's so physically demanding that you're just constantly taking care of yourself, and just the act of skateboarding itself keeps you in such good shape. And if you want to keep progressing, you have to take care of yourself. So as you age, you start to realize that if you're eating McDonald's and all the same food you were eating before, that you don't feel as good, starting to get kind of big around the belly, and you don't heal as fast. So skateboarding just kind of pulls you in and keeps everything moving the way that you want it to move. A big thing that I've realized is it always does really pay off to look on the bright side. That doesn't mean don't ignore your problems, but it means that once you deal with your problems, start focusing on things that keep you in a higher state or a happier state of mind. So then you're able to go out and enjoy things that make you want to live. If you focus on your problems all the time, you're just gonna be stressed out. I'm not gonna lie though, it does take a lot of practice to always look on the bright side. So if at first you feel like it's a struggle, that's okay. Just work at it as much as you can, a little bit every day. If you feel like you're doing better at focusing on what you want to do and how you're going to do it instead of problems, then you've made some progress. Just focus on that progress. This one has always been really important to me. Surround yourself with people who make you happy and who make you want to be better. Don't surround yourself with people who are just constantly complaining, thinking about like, oh, I wish I had this, I wish I had that. You know, focus on people who are just, they're going out there, they're accomplishing their goals, they're doing what they really want to do with their life. If you hang around with those kind of people, it's just gonna drive you. It's gonna make you want to become better. With skateboarding, that's a huge thing, because if you're around other skaters who are progressing, then it makes you want to progress. And if you're around skaters who are always happy, then it makes you happy. I've definitely been that skater who was like really stressed out all the time when I was trying to push myself too hard, and I regret that so much. It's always better if you can just have a happier state of mind and continue to skate and just work on things as they come. Something that I've always really enjoyed and that I will always do is I love to help other people. It's great to help someone progress in skateboarding or in life in general, and it's such a satisfying feeling to know that you had something to do with that. I have learned over the years though that you have to notice how much energy you have, and if you start to feel too drained out or just tired, then you got to take some time for yourself and just be able to go and recharge and then go back out and help some more people. That's something I've realized that is just, you know, it's person per person, it's day by day. Like if you're going through a lot, like I just went through the craziest 2-3 years of my life, and it was really a bummer for me because I just knew I didn't have as much energy to go out and do as much as I wanted and help as many people as I could. So I just kind of had to just take some time away. Like I'm in Washington right now. I came up here to just make sure that I was right mentally, physically, and spiritually to focus on everything that I want to focus on and to go back out into the world and help people again, hopefully even better than I was before. And that's kind of why I'm making this video, because I'm separated from everyone, but I feel like I can make a video like this and still be able to help people. I have run into some people over the years though. They do try and take advantage of how much you're helping and everything you're doing. And I don't think they're doing this on purpose, but you just have to realize that, you know, you want to help a lot of different people. I feel like that's the best way to do it. If you focus too much on one person, they become too needy or connected. And then it can start to turn into kind of a weird thing, and it's kind of kills the good energy of it. So just be careful of that. That doesn't mean not to stop helping them, but just kind of pull away and kind of just let them know like, hey, I got to focus on this today. I'll help you in a couple days, and just wait until you feel like that energy is there and you want to go back and help them. Does that make sense? A really important tip that will really pay off as you start to age is really try and stay true to your word. If you tell someone you're going to do something, really try and follow through and do it. If something changes, let them know as soon as you can, and just tell them like, hey, I'm sorry, I was going to try and do this, but I can't anymore. Just be very professional about it. Just try and talk to them about it as fast as you can and let them know why you can't do it. Apologize. And, you know, if you can, come back and do it. But, you know, don't just like not talk to them. Don't turn away from it. Like, staying true to your word is a huge thing, because then people will always be able to depend on you when you commit to something. If someone helps you out or does something for you, just say thank you. For me, it's always been a big thing, and I'm always really appreciative for people who help me out. Whether it's friends, family, strangers, it doesn't matter. Just say it. It's worth it. This is a big one. I would say out of anything you learn in school, probably the most important thing is probably to learn how to read. Reading is just, you know, absorbing information and taking it and turning it into something that you want to do in life. You know, I wish they'd focus on it a little bit more for each person per person to help them get to a level where their reading comprehension is at a level where they can just, whenever they want in their life, read something, absorb the information, and take it and go and do something valuable with it. For me, it was easy because I started learning how to read really young, because I got into comic books, which sounds silly, but by the time I was in 4th grade, I had a college level reading ability, and that helped me so much in life. Anytime I wanted to learn something, I would just start reading about it. And now with Google, you guys have the whole world at your guys' fingertips. You can do anything, but it all comes down to how well you can read and comprehend and absorb that information and take it and go and do what you want with it. So with that being said, if you do want to get your reading comprehension levels to just skyrocket and go higher, I would suggest finding a book or a subject that you really love and just reading a lot. Reading out loud. This is a big one. I feel it's very important to try and treat your family as best as you can. Just, you know, just always show that you love them. Always say thanks, of course. And just let them know that you're appreciative of everything they've done for you. I've been really fortunate. Me and my family get along really well, and I feel like they all know that I really love them and appreciate them a lot. But, you know, if some people who don't get along with their family very well, I can understand how that could be a difficult thing. But with just losing my father and my sister, when they're gone, they're gone. So you want to make sure that you try and say as much good stuff as you can, even if they were, you know, you didn't get along that well. Just try and treat them the best you can. That's all I'm saying. Because you never know what's going to happen in life. It might be the last time you see your mom, dad, brother, sister, cousin, grandpa, grandma, whoever it is, your friends even. So with that perspective in mind, it's helped me to realize that, I don't know, I just treat everyone better now, pretty much. You know, unless someone's kind of pissed me off, then I might treat them a little differently. But all my family, it's definitely put a big perspective shift on that. Because you always kind of think everyone's going to be around forever, and they are definitely not. A very important thing in life that I think as a skateboarder, all you guys can relate to is do things in life that you're having Okay, so a huge one I think that a lot of you guys as skateboarders will be able to relate to is go out and have as much fun as you possibly can while also accomplishing your goals and doing what you need to do in life. But fun has been a giant thing in my life, and I feel like that's one of the main things that's helped me attain and hold on to my youth, is that I'm always kind of focusing at least a couple times a day on doing something that I just want to enjoy, whether it's reading a comic book, going for a hike, coming to the lake, going skateboarding, going to an amusement park, going out with some friends, whatever it is. It's like, you gotta have fun. Having fun, it like gives your soul and your body this energy that like, oh God, life is great. Like, I want to live. Like, it might be hard when you're going through a dark time, but just almost force yourself to go do something fun. It will kind of show your body that you're still alive, this ain't so bad, you're gonna get through it. I've been through depression a bunch of times, and I feel like skateboarding has always been one of the things that's always helped pull me out of it, because it's just the act of riding on your board. When you think about it, it's pretty incredible. It's almost like you're flying. You're just kind of floating along on the concrete. Everyone else is walking around like, and you're skating, just like coasting along. And just riding and being able to ride and not have to worry about falling, that's pretty insane. For me, a big one that I wish I would have done more growing up is to listen to advice from your friends, your family, just anyone. Because there comes a point when you reach a certain age where you just kind of think you got it all figured out. And as I've gotten to be 40, I started to realize, dang, I didn't really have as much figured out as I thought I did. And I wish I'd have listened a little bit more. And, you know, there's certain people in your life who just really love you. And you should probably just listen to their advice at least a little bit. Because they love you. They're just trying to see you do better in life anyway. And, you know, if what they're saying really conflicts with your life goals and dreams, then maybe just listen to a little and see how it goes and just kind of like figure it out. Because, you know, they've been around a little bit longer, or they haven't, and they're just trying to help you figure your life out. And some people don't have anyone to get any advice from. So I am happy for listening to my family and my friends as much as I have, because I feel like it's helped me achieve a lot of the things I wanted in life. A big one I've realized, and it's kind of a bummer, is you got to kind of be careful hanging out with friends if you don't know them that well. Like new friends, you're hanging out, you want to just think like, oh yeah, it's great, nothing's gonna happen. But I've definitely had some circumstances go down where I'm like, damn, I thought I knew this person, but I really didn't. And when that kind of stuff happens, you just got to kind of take a step back and just realize that, you know, that, damn, this sucks. But, you know, just be careful. If you're out drinking with some people, you don't know them really well, don't get wasted. Just, you know, have a drink or two, check it out, see how everyone is, vibe it. Like, don't just jump in full barge and, you know, you don't know what's going to happen. I feel like so many people are really reckless when it comes to this, and they get in all this trouble, and they're like, oh, I thought they're looking out for me. And it's like, dude, they don't even know you. You don't know them. What are you doing? Like, be careful. There's certain people you grow up with or live with or are around who you know you can kind of be yourself around. And, you know, just don't be so reckless with that. Just kind of use that energy and understand that there's only certain times and places for being like that, for being completely free, for being open, for just letting loose in a sense. But, you know, I'm really happy nothing too bad or anything has happened to me, but I have friends who just horrible stuff has happened to them in their lives. And, you know, it's sad, but that's just part of life. You have to be aware in your situations to understand when is the right time to do certain things. That's a huge one. Skateboarding will keep you young, and it will save your life, and you will enjoy it forever. But a big thing is that no one's invincible. No skateboarder is invincible. Nyjah Huston gets hurt all the time. Everyone gets hurt all the time. That's just the facts of life. So when you're gonna do a trick, or you're gonna go out skating, you're gonna do something, your instincts are telling you, I don't know, maybe I shouldn't try this, then maybe just take it slow. Like, I've gotten hurt a bunch of times, and I hate to say it, but it's always my friends egging me on, oh, you got this, go for it, do it, do it, do it. And then I'll try it and I'll get broke off. And then I'm just like, damn it, why didn't I just listen to my instincts and not try that? But that's not saying don't ever try it, but just, you know, maybe go kind of slow with it and figure it out. Because some of those injuries, they can really mess you up bad. I have friends who have messed their knees up, and, you know, they can't really skate anymore. And, you know, it sucks. It's really whack. And, you know, surgery's really expensive. All that's really expensive. So just kind of have fun with it. Don't kill yourself or break your body off to the point where skateboarding is not making you young, it's making you old. Okay, so growing up, I've always been really fascinated by different religions and different philosophies. And I've spent quite a bit of time reading about different ones and studying them. And it's just really interesting because from all the different religions and philosophies, it just helps you see the world through different eyes and understand people and see how they're thinking. Because I know a lot of the religions, they just want you to study their religion and that's it. Which, you know, if that's your jam, go for it. It's cool, you know, no biggie. But for me, it's helped me to kind of like understand and be more compassionate towards people who are not like me. And for me, as I age, I realize that's a wonderful thing. I want to be able to understand how people think and not judge them, and just kind of sit back and appreciate their point of view and not try and push my point of view on them. Philosophies and religions are really interesting just to kind of like, just feel different perspectives on the universe and creation and what we actually are. It's pretty insane what we actually are. We're just this conscious being walking around and pretty much can do whatever we want. But yeah, I don't know, food for thought, kind of weird thing. But yeah, just try and eat well as soon as you can. Like, it doesn't matter what age you are. If your mom and dad are trying to get you to eat more veggies and drink juices and, you know, stay away from the candy and soda and stuff, just do it. As you start to age, your body will slow down a lot from eating bad foods. When I was 30, it was probably the worst I've ever felt in my life. I was the worst out of shape I've ever been. And I started to eat well. Everything started to bounce back so fast, like super fast. I started to feel so good. And it's a huge thing just to be able to pull yourself together and go and do what you want when you want to do it. If you don't start to eat well before it's too late, it's so much harder to get yourself back on track. I would say it took me a good 5 to 7 years of eating well every day and doing everything I had to do to kind of like get myself into like an optimum state of mind and body. But now that I'm 40, I feel better now than when I was 30 by far. I might even feel better than when I was 25. You know, of course, certain things have slowed down and little things here and there have changed. But I feel great. And I think a lot of that has to do with what I eat. A lot of it. Because every single thing you put in your mouth ends up becoming part of who you are. That's how your body grows. That's how you take care of yourself. That's how your skin looks. It's everything. The water you drink, or lack of, and the food you eat all becomes you. So be careful what you stick in your mouth. Okay, so growing up, I've always been a type of person who just like to go and hang out with other people, other families, go and spend the night at a friend's house, learn to get along with people, right? So when I had my first girlfriend, it was instinctive to want to be friends with her brothers, her dad, her mom, everyone, and I achieved that, and it was great. And with my last girlfriend, like, her family's like my family. I still talk with her mom and dad. I still talk with her sister. Like, we're all really close, and I love them. So it's made for a great life experience. And, you know, hopefully when you start dating someone or you're with someone, you get along with their family, or you make the effort to try and get along with them. Because for me, it made such a huge difference. To have them love me as much as they did, and I love them, it's like you're gaining more family. Instead of like someone that you have to go hang out with, it's someone you want to go hang out with. Like, oh, I love their family, they're awesome, let's go chill, you know? So if you end up in a relationship and you can become friends with their family, just do it. It's the best thing ever. It really is. It really helps a lot. If you're always kind of fighting with them, there's gonna be things that come along in the relationship where it just makes it kind of awkward and weird. If you get along with them, then nothing's really awkward or weird. So that's a big tip. I hope you guys listen to that one for sure. Another thing with relationships is, you know, if it's gonna end, it doesn't always have to end so vicious and like people attacking each other and stabbing each other in the back and all this kind of stuff. For me and my ex, we just kind of grew apart. We were together for a really long time. And, you know, it just got to a point where we just kind of realized it was just fading. And we saw it coming, so we're kind of like, hey, let's just kind of like take a break and see what happens. And it still faded. So it just kind of like, we grew apart from each other. And after it happened, we were kind of like, well, what happens now? And I think both of us were kind of nervous if one of us was going to get mad or like start talking shit or, you know, attack the other one. And we just never really did. And now I can still talk with her and she talks to me and I'm friends with her boyfriend. And it's kind of like a beautiful thing. And I know it's kind of rare, which is sad. But, you know, if people are going to grow apart, just try and do it in a way and keep your ego in check where you don't feel like you have to attack them. Because, you know, there's people who are like kind of trying to get me to do that kind of stuff. And I know there's people who are trying to get her to kind of do that stuff. But our love for each other was true. When we were together, and now that we're separated, I still love her, but it's just different now. So if you can, end it in a way that's beautiful instead of ugly, because a lot of breakups are ugly. They're just really horrible and it's sad, and I wish that wasn't something that was so prevalent in the world. It's like, why does it have to be like that? You know? And I'm really proud of myself for it to be a good breakup, which sounds contradictory, but trust me, if you achieve one, you'll know what I mean. It feels great. Something that's always really enriched my life and always kept me really happy and just kind of vibrant is I've always kind of had pets, whether it's a dog, a cat. Pretty much I've only had dogs and cats now that I think about it. But I'd be interested in having other pets. Having a pet raccoon would be really cool, or a pet squirrel. Maybe I'll try and catch one. But, you know, I think pets are something that are just really good for your soul. And just taking care of them, helping them, having a little buddy just to chill with. Right now I have 2 new little kitties that are super cute and I love them. And I think it's just important in life to always kind of have a furry friend. A huge one for me, and this one's kind of one of the hardest things to do, is no matter what, you're gonna have fights with your friends or family. It's just part of life. It's just the way it is. And for me, you know, there have been regrettably some friends who, you know, I'm not friends with anymore. I don't talk to them. Like, I don't think I ever will be. And, you know, that really sucks, because there's friends that you really love, and, you know, whatever it is, whether it's whatever, there's so many different things that you can fight over. But it sucks when it completely fades away. So for me, especially going forward in life, I don't want to, like, destroy the friendship. I just want to take time apart. Maybe not talk to him for a while, might even be a year, but just take that time apart, stay separated, and, you know, maybe somewhere down the road, you'll be able to be friends again. Instead of, like, just keep fighting, eventually you just won't be friends. And, you know, a good analogy for it is, you know, a friendship is a bridge. There's a bridge, right? Instead of destroying that bridge, just put some caution tape across the bridge for a while. That caution tape's there because you might want to go back across that bridge again someday. If you destroy the bridge, it's a lot harder to rebuild it. If there's some caution tape, you just move it, you start talking again, everything might be great. But, you know, just, I think that's a good way to live your life. Just, it almost always dials down to trying to be the bigger person, I'm realizing, and just understanding that someone's going through something, and it might not have anything to do with you. But for some reason, you're the one it's getting taken out on. And when that happens, it sucks. But, you know, living in this world, that's one thing I realize is, especially right now, damn, with the freaking pandemic and, you know, everything going on, there's a lot of crazy crap happening right now. And life is kind of hard for everyone. So when life is hard, it's a shame, but it sucks. But just try and keep your head up. One of the main things I've realized over the years is, you know, there's certain things that have happened in my life that I really regret, like a bad night out drinking or a bad night with some friends or some kind of situation where you say something bad and you regret it. A lot of it just comes down to trying to be as mindful as you can of the situation and what you're gonna do. So for me now, I can always look back and think about a situation that happened and just be like, you know, if I wouldn't have had that drink or said that one thing, everything would have been so different. So for me, I've realized that it's all these small little things that happen that can turn into something big. So now it's like, I really try and be mindful. Should I do this? Should I do that? Or should I just chill? I think that's something that's very hard to do when you're in the situation and you're just trying to live and you're just out there expressing yourself or doing whatever you're doing. But if you can learn to control that, the younger you are, the better. A huge one that's helped me a lot in life is to understand what is your outer universe, which is like everything that's out here, you know, everything in the physical sense that's out here. But then also your inner universe, what's inside your head, your thoughts, the way your body feels, like all of that. To have a distinct difference between those is pretty important. The reason it's so important is that when stuff isn't going so well in your outer universe, whether it's with yourself or someone else, if you take care of your inner universe, then you can kind of like pull your mindfulness and your experiences, your consciousness into yourself and realize that there's not that much that's really wrong that's going on. I know this is easier said than done. It's taken me a lot of practice to do it. But the older you get, the more you realize how important it is. And for me, like, I feel if I didn't start to grow this skill and ability throughout my life, I don't know if I'd still be alive right now, because the last 3-4 years have been really that hard. But since I've always been able to do this and pull myself together and, like, you know, kind of detach myself from all of this and kind of go within myself and kind of like just figure stuff out in here and make sure I'm good and then come back out, has made it so that life is always just kind of like two separate things in a sense. Like there's the outside world, all the physical stuff you can go and do, people you can hang out with, different things that are out here. But then there's your inner world where you're inside with your thoughts, the feeling of your body, and just what you're feeling and experiencing within yourself. And if you can make those two things different and distinct, then they can kind of help each other when the time is right or you need that to happen. I think reading is a good way to start to get in tune with that. Like reading a book, and you don't even realize, but you're imagining and creating these visions inside your head, and you're starting to feel what the characters in the books are feeling. And then you can actually start to like envision yourself doing certain things and experiencing certain things. And it almost starts to feel like kind of like a dream. I know if I don't practice it a lot or often, then it kind of starts to fade away and it's a little bit harder. But with skateboarding, you're kind of always like envisioning your trick or feeling what a trick is going to feel like inside your head. You're thinking about it and like you're envisioning yourself and feeling it. Well, I don't know if you've got to that level, but the further you go in skateboarding, the more and more you'll do that. Like I can think of doing a tray flip and I can feel it and see it perfectly. And that's just all happening within myself. And you know, you take that thought, you envision it, and then you bring it out into the physical sense, and then you do it. And a lot of things in life, that's kind of how you go and you achieve and do them. So learning how to visualize within yourself can help you learn to take your map of your inside thoughts, feelings, and expressions and what you want to do with your life and take those and then go out into the world and achieve them. And it can also help you get through some really gnarly times in your life, because when stuff's not going good, you can kind of retreat into yourself and kind of like express different feelings and emotions within yourself, or just be somewhere else inside your head. It's really amazing. Oh, I was almost having some trouble filming this video because I just couldn't find the right place or time, or I didn't like the way the light looked or whatever it was, but today it's just perfect. And I'm so happy that it worked out this way. Of course, it's not my birthday today. This is actually like 3 or 4 days before my birthday, but the video is gonna go up on my birthday. And you know, normally, a little known fact, but I really normally have really horrible birthdays. So instead I wanted to put this video out, and instead of me expecting something on my birthday, I want to give something on my birthday. And we'll see how this goes, but I think it will be a better experience, for me at least. And if you guys liked this video, maybe I'll make some more stuff like this. And you know, it could be something fun that I can do while I'm not in the city filming skateboarding. But I can't wait to get back to skating and filming with everyone. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like. My comments are still turned off, so if you want to leave a comment, I'll put up an Instagram video of almost the same thing, and then just comment on there and we'll talk about stuff. Also, any of these subjects or ideas you want me to make a more in-depth video about it, let me know. I could do it. I have the time. I really enjoy this kind of stuff. It's really rewarding. It's cool to express yourself and to, you know, kind of interact with other people or connect with other people about certain things in life that, you know, are kind of, we're all experiencing or going through or trying to figure out. It's really rewarding. It's almost like teaching someone a skateboarding trick for me, when I can kind of like connect with someone on these kinds of levels. So I love you guys. Thanks for watching the videos. Without you guys, this would not be possible. And I really hope that you guys are doing well out there right now in these scary times. And just keep your head up, you know? Just realize that everyone is going through some kind of crazy crap right now. Everybody. And if they're not, I think it's coming. So just, you know, just try and realize that it's going to get better, you know? Our war right now is to stay home and watch TV and play video games or whatever you're doing at home. So, yeah. Love you guys. I'll see you guys next time.